What is up, guys? Welcome to a brand new little mini-series on the channel. It's to do obviously with UFC 3, and today we are going to be seeing who exactly is the best lightweight on the UFC 3 roster. I've picked 16 of the best UFC lightweights, and they are going to face head-to-head in a mini tournament where they will be eliminated obviously if they lose. Coming up first, we have Dustin Poirier v Nate Diaz. We have some other very interesting matches on here that are going to be absolute wars. We've got Paul Felder v Eddie Alvarez. I know Alvarez isn't in the UFC anymore, but he is still one of the best lightweights on the game's roster. We have Pettis v Kevin Lee, Dos Anjos v Alexander Hernandez, Khabib Nurmagomedov v Donald Cerrone, McGregor v Dan Hooker, Ferguson v Barboza, and Gaethje v Iaquinta. I want you guys to let me know down in the comments now. Obviously, this is the first video of this brand new little mini-series. Let me know who you think is going to win. And I want to see if your bet sticks throughout the series. Obviously, it's going to be very interesting to see that this first episode, I'm going to be posting one fight a day, and the first episode is Dustin Poirier v Nate Diaz. Now, this fight was supposed to happen, and I mean, that fight is just incredibly, like, that's a war. Dustin Poirier, very nice boxing. Nate Diaz, very nice boxing. We're going to see who is the better fighter. Finally, these guys are going to face off. Now, I just thought this could be something different, obviously, with a lot of stuff going on in the real world, a lot of, like, isolation and quarantine. I kind of wanted to do this, but here we go. The Diamond Poirier v Nate Diaz. This is going to be a very interesting fight. I don't know who's going to take this, but here we go. The Diamond v Nate Diaz. This is going to be super, super interesting. I don't know who's got this. It's just cool to see Diaz back in the octagon, even if it isn't a game. I feel like they've got his character model, like, smack bang, like, perfect. It looks so much like him. I know they all look like their fighters, but Nate Diaz, that is one that is, like, really, really well done. That is really, really well done. But here we go. Nate Diaz v Dustin Poirier. Pause the video right now and let me know who you think is going to win this tournament. And let me know who you think is going to win this fight. I want to hear your predictions. I think this is going to be a close one, but they're both good boxers, both good stand-up fighters. I think Diaz might be a little bit better on the ground, but Poirier is a little bit underrated, I feel. And I feel like he could be one of these guys that goes all the way. The same with Nate Diaz. This is a very big fight. Two very big names clashing against each other in this first episode. And here we go, Dustin Poirier making the walk. Let's see how this goes, man, for the Diamond. His last fight against Khabib Nurmagomedov did not go his way, but Dustin Poirier has proved time and time again that he is one of the most top lightweights in the division. Obviously, Nate Diaz is a welterweight, I believe. He does fight normally at welterweight, but unfortunately, in this game, he is a lightweight, and obviously, I had to pick the best lightweights in this division, and that is why Nate Diaz has made the cut. The same with Eddie Alvarez, man. Obviously, he's not in the UFC anymore, but we can only do the best that's in the game. So, there you go. Poirier enters the octagon. Now, Poirier is a bit stocky. I feel like Nate Diaz will have the reach advantage over him, but I don't know. Poirier is a very slick boxer as well. And we see it time and time again, man. Poirier just putting on wars. So, here we go. I feel like this is going to be a war. Obviously, Nate Diaz losing his last fight against Dustin Poirier's teammate, Jorge Masvidal. And look at that reach, man, for Nate Diaz. That is not good for Poirier. Poirier is definitely going to need to push in on the inside and try and take it to Diaz, but I guess we'll see how it goes. So this is the first fight of the tournament. I showed you guys all the fights that are coming up in the first round. Obviously, once a fighter is beaten, they are eliminated from the tournament. And the fighter that wins will go on to the next round to face whoever wins the fight next to them. I guess that makes sense. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. Let me know who you think's going to take it. Let me know who you think's going to win the whole tournament, and let me know who's going to win this fight, because I'm going to do a fight every single day. It's going to be very, very interesting. Nate Diaz looking incredibly threatening there, and here he is, the Diamond. Two very good lightweights. It's kind of sad that they had to match up very early. I kind of randomized it. And, yeah, there's going to be some really interesting ones. Conor McGregor v Daniel Hooker is going to be a very good fight also. Khabib v Cerrone, another very interesting fight. Cerrone's got some nice ground game. Could cause some trouble for Khabib. But I think ultimately Khabib should get that one done. Here we go. Herb Dean watching over them. Here we go. So what I'm going to do is a 3-rounder in the first round. And then in the next round, it's going to be a 5-rounder. That's how we're going to do this. And Poirier closing the gap already. Nice head kick for Dustin. Nate Diaz backing up. Good straight for Diaz. Poirier. This is the only thing that annoys me about the AI in this game. They kind of freeze. And they don't really do much. They don't even move. They just stand still like this. Big overhand for Diaz, though. Nice combination for Nate. Nate does really have some good boxing. And he does have the range. Poirier touching him up with some nice jabs there. Uses the jab well, Poirier. I just realised this is two southpaws going at it, which is very interesting.
That one hurt.
Big combination attempt there from Diaz. Only a few land. I'd like to see Nate use some leg kicks on Poirier. Maybe slow him down, but then again the same. I'd like to see Poirier use some leg kicks on Diaz. We see it successfully with McGregor throwing the leg kicks on Diaz. Here we go. Nice left hook there. Attempt. Overhand. Lovely slick boxing here from Dustin. He's getting tagged a little bit. Diaz there touching him up a little bit more. Good straight there for Poirier. Nice boxing from both of these men. This is what I wanted. I knew this fight was going to be a very high-level boxing match. There we go. Beautiful combinations for Poirier, and he goes for the clinch. Nice knee. Trying to damage them legs, man. That is nasty. Tries to knee the head. Diaz, though, working well in the clinch. Knee. Good block there by Dustin. Kind of got him out of trouble there. Okay. They are just switching around in the clinch there. Now they are broke. Poirier backing up. Nate Diaz putting on a little bit of pressure. That jab causing trouble for Poirier. Nice movement from Dustin. He goes for a double leg. Nate stuffs it. And he's back to his feet.
And he's able to work his way back to his feet.
Okay. Nice fake there from Diaz. Dustin throwing a lot of shots, and Diaz kind of covering up pretty well here. Nice movement from Nate and a nice leg kick. Nice straight. That straight is so fast for Nate. Beautiful boxing there. The jab upstairs then goes down. Good leg kick there from Poirier. This is a really good fight. I wanted this to be a really good fight to start things off, and I got it, man. I randomised every fight, and Diaz v Poirier just had to be first, man. It was like fifth, but I wanted to put it as number one just because it's such an interesting fight. Who goes through? I'm very excited. The first round coming to an end. Oh, big shot for Poirier. And that rocked him. Big shot. Poirier just getting in there now. That could have just chipped Poirier the round. I don't know about that, man. That was a very close round. Diaz throwing a lot of combinations. Good shot there for Poirier. Starting to open up, and there we go. Round one in the books. Now, I did a poll on my Instagram. You can follow it, link in the description. Oh, it wasn't even Poirier. It was Diaz who rocked him. Okay. I thought Poirier landed a straight. Big shot. They're giving the round to Diaz, I believe. They're showing all these highlights. But yeah, I've done a poll on Instagram. Link is in the description. And a lot of you guys said you think Dustin's going to come away with the win. But here we go. Round two. Coming up. No cut on the eye of Nate Diaz. That is unlikely. He always cuts, man. He probably will get cut in the future of this fight, though. Let's be honest. Here we go. Round two is coming up. I don't know who's going to take this. It's a good first round. Very even. I don't know. I don't even know if the Rock is going to like change anything. That was such a close fight. Here we go. Round two. So yeah, the first round in the tournament, it's all going to be 3-round fights, and then the round after is going to be 5 rounds. That's how we're going to do that. Okay. Which is very underrated. His submission. Good body shot there for Poirier. Nice elbow. Poirier's got some really good boxing, man, but it's just hard against someone like Nate Diaz, who has that range. Good left hook there. Diaz there. Poirier moving his head well and landing in the gaps. I think Poirier should attack the leg a little bit more. Total strikes landed 48 to 33. Nate Diaz leading in the total strikes. This is a close one, man. I think either one of these fighters could go all the way. Big left hook. Rocks Poirier and he's down. Dustin climbs back up. Diaz, big shot there. Nice movement from Dustin to get himself out of trouble. Oh, big straight there for Diaz. Tried the Stockton slap there too. Diaz just constantly throwing. He's going to be a real big threat in this division, I feel. Just because of his output. Oh, big uppercut there. Rocks Poirier and he's down. Poirier, Nate Diaz on top. Poirier in survival mode now. Big hammer fist, and Poirier, yeah, he's got to hold on, man. This is bad. Reverses it. Nice reversal there from Poirier, and now he's in top mount. Diaz, though. Can Diaz reverse it? He cannot. Poirier in a very good position here.
He's doing a great job of moving and transitioning.
Diaz, though, is a beast on the ground. He's got to watch out. Even if he is on the bottom. Guillotine. The guillotine is there for Nate Diaz. Oh, boy. Can Dustin Poirier get out? I think this is it. I think Nate Diaz is about to finish the show here on the bottom. This is over. This is over. Nate Diaz, 4-step guillotine. Dustin Poirier taps in round 2. Nate Diaz is through to the next round of the lightweight tournament. And there we go. Nate Diaz is the man tonight. Diaz gets it done. What a fight. That is going to be very interesting going forward, man. Nate Diaz will face the winner. I believe it is, I don't know if it's RDA and Alexander Hernandez. A good win, a good start to this to this tournament. Nate Diaz with a guillotine win over Dustin Poirier. Poirier was starting to fade. I feel like he couldn't keep up with Nate Diaz's reach and pressure, and we see him kind of break. Nate Diaz there locking in a submission. There we go, a big win for Diaz. Now I kind of want to see the table of like everyone else who's coming up next and stuff. There will be one fight posted a day, and yeah, we're going to see one day. Obviously, we're going to see the final, and that's going to be interesting. Nate Diaz gets the first win. Let's go, a big fight. And I guess we have an answer. Who would take it now? Nate Diaz, a guillotine. Huge win from Nate Diaz. There we go. I was kind of like, I don't know, Dustin Poirier was one of them fighters I felt like could have gone all the way as well, man. I don't know, maybe he just got unlucky pairing up against Nate very early. But there you go, Nate Diaz gets it done. Big win. I spoke to a few of my subscribers and they all said Nate Diaz by submission. And they was right, so credit to you guys. But here we go. The next fight is Paul Felder v Eddie Alvarez. Now, obviously, like I said, Eddie Alvarez isn't a UFC fighter, but he is one of the best in the lightweight roster in the game. So I don't know. So Paul Felder or Eddie Alvarez could be facing Nate Diaz in the next round, which is a little bit scary for one of them guys. I feel like that's going to be a war though. But anyway, guys, for today's episode, I am going to end it here. Thank you for watching. If you have enjoyed it, smash the like button, comment and subscribe, and I will see you for more UFC 3 lightweight tournament next time. Stay awesome, guys. Have an awesome day, and I will see you all again in the next video.